Alright, let's take that logic that we just learned about and apply it to the code. What you're going to see here is I've created a simple application that allows us to input a value, meaning typing it in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to test. Does this inputted value start with H? So that's what this is, starts with H, and then if it does, the result is going to be a boolean value, meaning that true or false value that we were discussing earlier is going to be input into this variable called result. Lastly, we're going to print it out. So we're going to run our code, and then I'm going to type in hello, and then we see true. So we can see that this is true because hello starts with H. Now let's make this a compound logical expression like we were learning before. So what we're going to do now is we're about to check, is the length of what the user types in greater than 7? Now this is a compound logical expression. This means that we have to type in a value that it starts with H and is greater than 7 for this to be true, because this has to be true and then this has to be true for this whole thing to be true. Remember, it's just like typing out true and true, which is the same as, so we know that if any of these are false, meaning that any of these are 0, then the whole thing is going to be false. So let's check it out. We can see this is false because the word hello only has 5 letters. We can see that this is true because hello, how are you has more than 7 letters. So we can always change this to or, which would then change this to a plus and this to an or. And we can check that out. And now we can see that hello is equal to true, even though it is less than 7 letters. Because in this case, we have 1 plus 0, which is still equal to 1. And we know that 1 is equal to true.